So the first question would be, how different was your life when you were 18 from the life you're living now?
I mean, you like over a period of time?
Yeah, over a
Okay.
period of time. How different was it from when you were 18 from the time we are living here?
Okay. So I think it's quite a lot of difference I can see. One thing that I realized is when you're very young, when you're just growing up, you just enjoy the moment. So there's nothing that you worry so much about. Okay, and because it could be because of the limited exposure that we might have. But as you grow, what happens is the world opens up for you. Okay, so you will see everything making sense that point of time, which you wouldn't have thought of it when you were very young. So this is in a way that is how life is. Okay, so with my this number of years of experience, that I can see is, what I thought couldn't have been a possibility becomes a reality now. Okay, what you might have thought that this can never happen with me, but sometimes over a period of time it ends up in your regular life. So that is how I see growing up as. Okay, because soon you start realizing, okay, that okay, this is how it works now. Okay, because all your little fairy tale world comes to reality. So that is what how I see it now.
So on the next question is, what regret do you have in your life? Any regrets?
One thing that is, I always wanted to join the army. One thing is, so I'm a little short. So because I was very, I was very keen on those things, but I couldn't make it to that. That is one thing that always have a small regret for. But I'm happy with what I am right now, so not a problem. But that is one regret that is still there.
Okay. What is one thing you're proud of from your adulthood?
Uh, One thing is, I have become more balanced. Okay, you can differentiate about your emotions, the responses that you give. Sometimes you might be emotionally hurt, but you may not be able to express your emotions. You that is where you actually get balanced, where you analyze a situation, you retrospect immediately, and you react in a way which is more acceptable. So that is something that I feel as an adult I can make that now. I feel I'm a little more balanced that way. Yeah, that thing I do.
Thank you. So the next question is, who was your role model when you were young?
It was actually my sir. Okay, he was actually my social teacher, but ended up teaching Kannada for us. So the way he used to teach was very beautiful. See, in the sense, role model is I accepted his personality for the simplicity that he had. I'll just give you one small example as to how his character was. See, he had purchased a new bike. So in Kannada, for smile we say Nagu. So he had written Nagu on his bike. Usually they'll write their god's name or their children's name. So I asked him, like, why sir have you written this? At least when people read that, they'll smile. See, that is what he used to see in the world, and he was very simple. And the knowledge that he has is something that I really admire even today. I'm still in touch with him. So he works for one college now in Davangere. But the minute I call him, he used to call me Bodhi because I had lost my two teeth in the front. So even today he calls me with the same name. So he's one person I really worship for life, is what I can say.
The last one would be, we would like to seek advice from you, a life advice.
A life advice? Okay. I would say just be the way you are, strengthen what you are. Okay, because one thing that I've seen is your own personality matters a lot. Wherever you go, maintain that individuality. That is more important. Stick to your values, stick to what are your thoughts. Okay, don't compromise unnecessarily. Okay, so that is something that I don't see in today's youth. Okay, because sometimes, see, they say you should be like water also, because where you mix with everything, but there should also be contents which differentiate you. Like when you mix an oil with water, the oil does not get mixed, it maintains its own quality. So there are advantages as well as disadvantages, but I feel in order to build up a personality, it's very important to stick to your own value system, your own personality. Okay, develop it. That is something that I would say. Okay, yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
உங்கள் வாழ்க்கை 18 வயசு ஆகிட்டு பின்ட்டு உங்கள் வாழ்க்கை எப்படி மாறுச்சு?
வாழ்க்கை ரொம்ப கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டப்பட்டேன். வாழ்க்கை ரொம்ப 18 வயசில் ரொம்ப 18 19 வயசில் ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டேன். அதுக்கப்புறம் 20 வயசுக்கு கொஞ்சம் பரவாயில்ல.
அப்படிங்களா? சரி. அப்புறம் யூ ஹேவ் இன் யுவர் லைஃப் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கையில் ஏதாவது ஒரு அது இருக்கா? இந்த ரிக்ரெட் மாதிரினா இந்த ஆசை மட்டும் நிறைவேற்றுச்சுன்னா நம்ம எவ்வளோ ஒரு நல்லா இருந்துக்கலாம், இந்த ஒரு ஆசை மட்டும் நிறைவேற்றுச்சுன்னா நம்ம எப்படி வாழ்க்கையில் நல்லா இருந்துக்கலாமே, ஆனால் அது மட்டும் இல்லையே, கிடைக்கலையே நம்மளுக்கு, அது மாதிரி ஏதாவது இருக்கா?
அந்த மாதிரி இருக்குது. அந்த மாதிரி நான் நினச்சிட்டு இருந்தேன், அது ஒன்று நடக்கலை. ஸோ நடக்கும்ன்றது ஒரு எதிர்பார்க்கலாம், கிடைக்கும் கண்டிப்பாக
எதிர்பார்க்கணும், கிடைக்கும்.
இப்போ அது வந்து ரீசன் சொல்ல முடியாது.
உங்கள் வாழ்க்கையிலே ஏதாவது ஒரு விஷயத்தை நினச்சி நீங்கள் பெருமைப்படுறீங்களா?
எங்கள் அம்மா எங்கள் ஃபேமிலி இருக்கிறாங்கன்னு ஒரு நான் சந்தோஷம் பெருமைப்படுறது தான் பெரிய சந்தோஷம்.
சரி. யாரையாவது உங்கள் சின்ன வயசில் யாரையாவது பார்த்து ஆப்பா இவங்க மாதிரி ஆகணும்ப்பா நம்ம வாழ்க்கையில், அது மாதிரி ரோல் மாடல்?
தெரியாது, எனக்கு அந்த மாதிரி தெரியாது.
உங்களுக்கு அந்த மாதிரி
இல்லை.
சரி. வாழ்க்கையில் ஒரே ஒரு அட்வைஸ் யாருக்காவது கொடுக்கணும், எங்கள் மாதிரி இப்போ படிக்கிறோம் நாங்கள் 18
பசங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப கொடுக்குவோம் தான்,
அது மாதிரி ஏதாவது ஒரு நச்சுன்னு ஒரு அட்வைஸ் எங்களுக்காக?
ஒரு ஐடி கார்டு போடணும் ஒழுங்கா, அதுதான் மெயின் எங்களுக்கு. அது என்ன எங்கள் டியூட்டி, நாங்கள் அதுதான் நாங்கள் செய்கிறோம். கம்பல்சரி ஐடி கார்டு போடணும்னு சொல்கிறோம். அதுதான் நாங்கள் வருது. நிர்மலா.
Thank you so much.
My name is Sunil Kumar. I have studied till BCom in Christ College. I left out Christ at 1988.
What do you do, uncle, right now?
Right now, business.
Okay, so we'll start with the questions. How different was your life when you were 18 and how is it now that we are 18 now? Like, what do you think is the
Now
difference?
it's become more this one. Studious people have become studious. We used to enjoy that time. We used to bunk classes and all in a week twice at least. That time no percentage of attendance and all. So every Friday we used to sit in a movie.
Okay.
That time it was only a boys' college, our time. Now it's become co-ed. After 88 it's become co-ed.
So the next question is, what regret do you have in life?
No regrets. Whatever is happening is happening. It is written beforehand.
Okay.
You can't say anything. Don't regret in your life at all, I'll say.
Okay, uncle.
Be happy always.
Do you have anything which you wish you did when you were young but you couldn't?
What wish you will keep now? Everyone will be thinking like that only. So don't think at all, I say. If you go on thinking, no, you will get low BP, blood pressure, this thing, that thing, and also don't think at all, I'll say. Whatever is happening is happening. God has created that, already written. So don't worry at all, I'll say.
So who was your role model when you were young?
My role model. No role model at all. I used to see only movies.
Okay, is there any person who inspired you? It need not be a person, maybe like a movie character, anything which inspired you to be in a certain way.
I followed Amitabh Bachchan, to be frank.
Okay.
Then my dad.
Okay.
My dad, and that's all. My role models.
And then
One life advice you would like to give us?
Just enjoy your life, I'll say. Don't take any tension at all. If you're getting 95 means you will get 95 only. Don't think I should get 99 in all. Nothing is there like that. So enjoy your life. It's very small life, so enjoy.
okay, uncle. So the one last question is, can you tell us one thing which you did when you were young, which you're still proud of?
What proud of?
Anything, any small thing you did for your family or something you did in your college, you're really proud of that thing.
What small things are there many, but what we don't remember and all. We used to earn during studies also, part-time jobs. So we used to spend money on our family. That time and all, everything is there. We never used to say them, we want money or what. We used to give them beforehand only money. They never used to expect from us money, but having girlfriends, everything and all, we enjoyed it.
Okay, myself Asha Joseph, staff of SGCC. So I'm going to read out the question as well as answer them as per my experience. how different was your life when you were 18 from our life now? I would say at 18, there were less of job opportunities, because I'm talking about the year 2000 when I was 18. So year 2000, we didn't have so many MNCs, companies and so on. So the opportunities were very less. We were looking at even government jobs. So that's one of the major difference. Keeping you in mind, obviously after a few years you will be stepping into career. So keeping that in mind is how I spoken about this particular question. So what I meant to say is, those days we had to really work hard in order to get into those government services, or few selective MNCs who were only looking for the cream of any particular institution. So the rest, the mediocre students, as well as those students who barely passed, they didn't have any good opportunities as far as career is concerned. Second one, what regret do you have in your life? I don't have much of regrets in life. Of course, I wanted to become a surgeon. That was my initial dream, and I did my PCMB in PUC, and but then later I couldn't afford, and that's the reason I shifted to commerce, and I tried out various professions, including I was a banker for some time. I worked for an American company as a customer service officer. I worked in the hotel industry. I also worked as a part-time teacher, and now I'm a teacher here. So that is one of the, not regret, but I would say that's something which I couldn't achieve, probably because of financials in the house. But I don't regret it at all that I'm I really feel that I have got a better profession now. Then at the end of the day, I'm also doing my PhD, so I'll be doctor one day. So question number 3, what one thing you are proud of from your youth? Okay. So one thing which I'm proud of, as well as about my classmates, is that we were already working students. So we used to work 8 hours and then rush to college and then study. So we were very proud of funding our own studies. We were not dependent on anyone. The moment we finished our graduation, companies hired us, giving us the better opportunities, because we already had, by the time we graduated, 3 years experience. So my classmates were also in the same league, and majority of them are business heads or entrepreneurs. In that batch, we catch up for the alumni and so on. I studied, by the way, in St. Joseph's Evening College, so most of us, only working professionals, will get an admission there. So that's something which I'm proud of. Who was your role model when you were young? Definitely my teachers, and that's the reason why I've taken teaching in the later part of my career now. One life advice you would like to give? I would say one phrase: stay true to your values. Sometimes, especially in the corporate world, you might feel that doing shortcut methods and so on might give you an immediate promotion or advantage, but at the end of the day, there is something called as a theory of average. So after a few years, you will see that those people who went ahead because of their shortcut methods and so on have not achieved anything greater than you. Sometimes you might feel that you might have grown much more better than them after say 10 years or so on. So the shortcut methods and so on will never work out in the corporate world. Out of experience, I'm saying. So stay true to your values. You might get your success a bit slow, but then the success is something which you have really worked hard. So you will definitely have happiness about achieving that particular success.